me show you what I got.
Remember when it used to be enough just to ride a bike? Well, not when the aging process kicks in. Strength training builds stronger bones, it improves ligament and tendon connections, and it makes you less likely to get injured. The previous two videos looked at types of resistance training and then specifically my upper body strength program. Now it's leg day.
Let's do it.
I've been working with strength coach Emma Hebben, who specializes in older athletes, and under her guidance I've dared to start using free weights. Previously I just used machines because they felt safer, but they used fewer muscle groups and were less useful for me in building strength for everyday life. Now I'm mixing one gym day a week with 2 days at home under Emma's guidance. There's a free download sheet in the video description explaining what I've been given to do.
Ideally, if I want to be a really strong human, I'm going to need at least my body weight. So that's when we come to a gym, we use a barbell and we can easily add load, no problem at all. Brace and then hips first.
But before we kick off, let me give you a fairly obvious disclaimer, because this is what Emma has prescribed for me. It might not be right for you. It might not even be safe for you. So I'd urge you to seek your own advice. This gives you a ballpark idea of the sort of things you should be looking at doing. As in the previous video, I start with a warm-up. The exercises are slightly different and are done with a Tabata timer set to 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. And as before, I can't make a follow-along in real-time video because there's quite long recovery between the main sets. So again, please download Emma's sheet from the link in the video description for the full workout and use this video as a guide. On to the main set. 6 of these either side, repeated 3 times. The touchdown single leg squat doesn't look like much, but this has improved my balance, proprioception, and hopefully makes me less likely to fall. Then it's some lifts. This is my goblet squat. Initially we didn't work to weight, but rate of perceived exertion. 8 is our home maximum, and the scale Emma uses is in the download sheet. I go straight into a deadlift with our heaviest weight, and as in the previous video, this is a superset with no rest between. 1 second up, 1 second hold, and 3 second lower is our pattern, which I'm clearly not good at sticking to. We'll rest after the superset and then repeat it 3 times. 4 rounds of a conditioning circuit completes our home lower body session. This whole thing might not seem that much, but if I tackle it after a medium to hard hour on the bike, I am pretty shattered by the end. It's evidence of improvement, apparently.
They shouldn't be able to achieve at the end of the session what they were able to achieve at the beginning of the session. So they've accumulated enough fatigue that we know we've worked them, that there's going to be an adaptation. If they even cycle less than ever before, they're still achieving the same, if not more, than they could before.
On our weekly gym trip, if we're working lower body, we tackle one of 2 different lifts, squat or deadlift, neither of which I'd have attempted without coaching.
Sit into your knees and drive up. Good. Big deep breath in.
If you've never squatted with a barbell, it's worth getting coaching. You'll have people who can squat really well straight off the bat, and they're really natural squatters, and they'll get by. But in general, the safest and most efficient way is to get a coach.
And that is why I'm not going to show everything we do on every gym session, because it varies from where you are starting and what is your goal. And yes, the machines are still part of my gym routine. The information about what I do is on the download sheet, and the link for that is in the video description. Well, that brings to an end our little series within a series looking at strength. As you can tell, I'm no expert on this, so if you do want to find out more, there's a video podcast and an audio one with Emma, where we go into this strength for older athletes in much greater depth. You might also be interested in the video I made with Phil Cavell. He wrote the Midlife Cyclist book. Excellent book. If you have enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.